Young and accused. A growing problem in China. China faces a growing issue, juvenile crime. From petty theft to violent offences, the range of crimes committed by children is alarming. The traditional methods of punishment seem inadequate and even counterproductive when dealing with young offenders. This essay delves into the complex issue of juvenile crime in China, exploring the reasons behind this disturbing trend and examining the various responses aimed at tackling it. A troubling trend. Juvenile crime on the rise. Statistics paint a bleak picture of the escalating problem of juvenile crime in China. Over the past decade, the number of crimes committed by minors has been steadily increasing. According to the Supreme People's Court of China, juvenile crime rates have risen by an alarming 10% annually. This trend is particularly evident in urban areas where rapid economic development and social change have created new pressures and challenges for young people. The allure of consumerism, coupled with the breakdown of traditional family structures and support systems, has left many adolescents feeling lost and disillusioned. The types of crimes committed by juveniles are also becoming increasingly serious. The rise of juvenile crime in China is a complex and multifaceted issue that demands urgent attention from all segments of society. The roots of rebellion. Understanding the causes. To effectively address the problem of juvenile crime in China, it is crucial to understand the underlying causes that drive young people to break the law. Experts point to a complex interplay of social, economic, and cultural factors that contribute to this growing issue. One of the most significant factors is the immense pressure placed on Chinese children to succeed academically. The Chinese education system, with its emphasis on rote learning and high-stakes exams, can be incredibly stressful for young people. The pressure cooker environment of Chinese schools can have a detrimental impact on the mental health and well-being of students, pushing some towards delinquency. The country's one-child policy, while now abolished, has led to a generation of little emperors accustomed to being the center of attention. Many young people from disadvantaged backgrounds feel left behind and disillusioned by the lack of opportunities available to them. Section 4. Real Faces, Real Crimes, Stories from the Headlines. The human cost of China's juvenile crime wave is best understood through the stories of those whose lives have been touched by it. Local journalists. One such story is that of Li Hua, a 15-year-old boy from a rural village who was caught stealing smartphones in Beijing. Driven by poverty and a desire to fit in with his wealthier classmates, Li's story highlights the economic disparities and social pressures faced by many young people in China. Local journalist. These stories, while just a glimpse into the reality of juvenile crime in China, illustrate the diverse backgrounds and motivations of young offenders. They underscore the need for a nuanced approach to addressing this issue, one that takes into account the individual circumstances of each case. Section 5. Justice for the young China's response to a crisis. The Chinese government has taken notice of the escalating problem of juvenile crime and has implemented various measures to address it. Chinese government official. One of the key initiatives is the establishment of specialized juvenile courts and detention centers that focus on rehabilitation rather than punishment. These facilities aim to provide young offenders with counseling, education, and vocational training to help them reintegrate into society. Non-governmental organizations and community groups are playing an increasingly vital role in providing at-risk youth with mentoring, after-school programs, and other support services. Despite these efforts, challenges remain in effectively addressing the issue of juvenile crime in China. Section 6. A shared responsibility, finding solutions for the future. The problem of juvenile crime in China is a complex and multifaceted one that demands a comprehensive and collaborative approach. International human rights activist. While the government has a crucial role to play, it is ultimately the responsibility of society as a whole to create an environment where young people feel supported, empowered, and hopeful. Concerned parent. Addressing the root causes of juvenile crime requires a long-term commitment to investing in education, social welfare, and community development. Schools need to move away from an overemphasis on academic achievement and focus on fostering students' social and emotional well-being. By working together, we can create a brighter future for all Chinese children and build a safer and more just society.